I've come up to a place of quite considerable archaeological wish fulfillment on quite a grand scale. You'll see in books and in signs around here that this is Camelot. There are other candidates. For example, the Roman city of Camelot, which is a regional capital, would have made a good candidate. So, and sadly, it seems that some very intelligent, skilled, scientific-minded people have used that science to justify a myth. No, it is not, is the answer. Look at these stone facings along here. They go right the way along. We're so lucky to see something like this. This is the revetment of this wall, and it was a massive undertaking. This stone facing, apparently according to the archaeologists, it was dry stone on this side, and on the side facing the enemy it was mortared, which is interesting in itself, because we talk about this sort of fortifications having nothing to do with the Roman tradition. So where did we get mortar from? There's a bit of wind up here, so the sound might not be brilliant. So anyway, yes, there are no records of King Arthur at any time around the period in which he would have ruled. There are an awful lot of Welsh stories about him. And when I mean Welsh, I mean the Welsh are the Romano British. They're pushed out by well, certainly the descendants of the Romano British, pushed out of what we know as England into Wales and Cornwall and so on. There are no records of Arthur. He is said by the Welsh to have fought the Battle of Mount Badon and won it, which set back the Anglo-Saxon invasion by a couple of generations. A very significant win. Except there's no record of the only real record we have of the only record I know of about the Battle of Mount Badon, which is about a generation or two afterwards, was Gildas, and he says a man called Ambrosius Aurelianus, the last of a Romanized, British, civilized, valiant protector of old ideas of civilization and Roman rule. He won the Battle of Badon, and the question is, if Arthur was there, why wasn't he mentioned by Gildas? I think this comes down to Occam's razor. In the absence of of better evidence, the most simplest explanation is the true one, which brings us back to Gildas. He has his faults. He's over religious, and he's got a certain kind of bile about the British people. He calls us cowards and rebellious and all sorts of stuff. But it's sinful. But it's it comes down to, Occam's razor. That's all. That's the best evidence we have, and it's the simplest. It was Ambrosius Aurelianus who was the leader at that battle, which means who is Arthur? He's somebody made up. Some sort of drama was going on here, and here you can see. Well, I couldn't believe what I was seeing, but it does appear that this calf was born this morning, this day, and this was why the cow was spending so much time licking the black blob in the middle of the field, and very moving.